Welcome to my studio. Finally, I'm showing you my studio space after about 4 months of building this space. It was a garage before. We made lots of work here. We managed to make this 13.6 square meters space that I can use to create my videos. And here you can see everything I have. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you my space here where I'll be creating lots of videos in the upcoming months and years, I hope. So let us start with that. I've been dreaming about this space for a long time, and I've been doing all my videos before in a bedroom in the apartment. It was still a bedroom, but I had my desk and my stuff there, and everything was a bit tight, a bit complicated to turn around the desk to be able to create some b-rolls and so on. So when we decided to buy a house, I had something very specific in my mind, is to be able to create my space in the way that I like. And we were searching for a 4-bedroom house. We didn't find that, but we found 3-bedroom house with a huge garage that I can make it into 2 different spaces. One for me, for my YouTube space, and the other one is to put everything there, all the rubbish, all the bags, all the packs and everything, all the tools as well there in the other side. So this is the space that I built with the help of a friend. It took us about 3 months to arrive here. It's not finished yet. We still have lots of things to do. I still have lots of things to do to make it the perfect and the ideal space for me to create content whenever I want to, and however I would like to reshape it. I can do anything I want here. So let us start with the beginning. I wanted to make a place that looks nice to me, that I feel comfortable in, that I can walk around the desk and I can store my stuff. So that's why I have all of these drawers, these black drawers in the back side of the desk of the space with these wood slats on top. I got a high kind of drawers for a reason, because I would like to be able to mount a camera there, a top-down camera there, to record some unboxing and maybe some tutorials on some cameras and this stuff. So that's why I built this space here in the background, and these wood slats are also acoustic panels in the same time, so it will help me to reduce the echo and to get a better audio quality. I'm still a little bit far from the good quality, the good audio quality that I would like to have, but it's way better than how we started in this space. On the other side, I have some shelves, some industrial shelves that I got from a hardware store here in the city, and I store on this shelf lots of boxes, lots of bags, mainly because I love camera bags, and I think these are a good way to reduce the echoes once again, because I'm talking this way and I need something in the opposite side that will absorb the sound and help reduce all the echoes and all the reflections of the sound. So this way is really nice. I have stored on the top shelf some gimbals that I have, some lights, I have my camera bags, I have lots of other stuff. So yeah, this space can store lots of things, but I hope it will not become a complete mess. So I have to keep working in it, to arranging it, to make it, to manage everything in it properly, so it will not become just a piece of trash, a piece of mess around. So this is something very challenging. On the walls here and on the ceiling, I picked a paint of 50% gray. This paint looks very nice, looks very good to me, but it has one big problem, is that it is so thin and so fragile, so you don't have to touch it in any way, otherwise you will leave some marks on the walls, and you personally, I don't like that at all. I have so far some marks. I have to retouch them as soon as I can. But yeah, this paint is nice, and I felt like finally having my space with the colors that I want, but it's very fragile. So this is something very important. On the walls here, I have 3 acoustic panels, and on this side I have another acoustic panel. I'm planning to get some more to this side, so that will be even better in terms of audio, in terms of sound experience here in this space. Not to forget that I planned everything since day one, so I have lots of plugs everywhere, even on the ceiling, just in case I want to mount some light or a camera or anything up there. I have like 2 plugs here, 2 plugs there. In the background I have lots of plugs, whether on the working bench or even in the ceiling. So this is something that I'm really proud of. It is really costly. I paid more than €1,000 just for these plugs, but at the end I'm very happy to have them, because I won't have any issues to mount anything anywhere. Besides that, these are dry walls, acoustic dry walls, and I thought that I will get these Varipole from Manfrotto to use them here in the studio to mount my cameras, my lights on them. But because we have these dry walls, this is not something that I thought about in the beginning, and I wish it was something to take into account when I was building the space, because on these dry walls it's very complicated to mount these Varipoles. You will have some scratches, you will have lots of problems on your walls, so you don't want to have that, especially in a place where you put lots of money to create and lots of effort, lots of time and lots of energy. So I went with these monopods from iFootage. I have already 3 of them. These are round base monopods that I can extend to the height that I want. So on one I have my main camera, which is the FX30 from Sony. On top of it I have the Sigma 16mm f1.4 and the Candy F 1/4 mist filter. On the other one I have like the iFootage monopod with the round base. I have a magic arm, a super clamp with a ball head from Photo Pro, and on top of this ball head I have the A6700 from Sony, so we have the same exact sensors. And I have the 23mm 1.2 from Sirui, and of course the Candy F Concept mist filter 1/4 length. And on top of these cameras I have my 2 microphones that I'm still testing. On this one, on the FX30, I have the Comica VM40 that I have here. On the A6700 I have the Boya Magic that I have here, which is smaller, cheaper. Well, I'm going to compare these 2 microphones in another video. But on this side here I have more stuff. I have my Zion lights. I have my fill light on this one, which is the Kamaki fill light. It's a 100 watt RGB, but I'm not using it at the full power. So this is my fill light, and on top of it I have the 60 watt, the same exact model but a 60 watt, and I have that head on top of it so I can have some shapes in the background. Now I have this sunset window here that I really like. It gives some depth to the space, and everything is controlled on my application, on my Z Vega application. I have also my key light from Zion. It's the Molus G200. This one is very nice. I have a 60 centimeters octagonal softbox on top of it from Nowhere with this honeycomb grid. So this is the kind of light that I personally like, and everything can be controlled from one single application, and that's really nice. This application works perfectly. So let me show you real quick what I can do. So I made a group for these 3 lights: key light, fill light and background light. I can turn everything off, and with a click of a button I can turn everything on again. So this is a very interesting way to work in this space. You can see in the background some other lights, these tube lights. These are from VILTROX V-Light. Again, I can control them with one single button on the application, and as you can see, this is the shape of the light here of my desk without the background light. And when I put the background light, this is, I feel it's very much interesting with these tubes in the background. And I'm planning to have another one on the top. Whenever I will have to make some unboxings there, I will have some key lights for that. So this is why I have those, and I have these two bulbs on the sides. Again, I can control them with a remote control. These lights were from the hardware store here in my city. Okay, the remote control does not work from here, but if I go there, I can turn it off, and I can turn this one off. So this is the look without these lights. By the way, I mounted these tubes on these wood slats with 3D printed pieces that I made on Fusion 360, and I printed them at my friend's. So these are something very interesting, and I'm planning to make some more 3D prints to hang lots of stuff here in a very nice and efficient way. By the way, I made a video about these tubes back in the time. These are the K60 from V1.0. By the way, the two cameras that I have here, the FX30 and the A6700, are not the only cameras, because I'm planning to have a top-down camera here on the desk, as well as another camera in the background, maybe two, one as a top-down and another one for talking headshots, because I'm planning to get lots of angles, to be creative and to be able to have fun and not only sticking to a desk, to a sitting desk. That's why I went with this Desktronic desk, which is 140 centimeters length, 70 centimeters width, and I can take it up or down in a way that I'm satisfied and I'm happy with the height, because I'm not planning to make videos only seated here. I want to move around, I want to take it up, to take it down, and so on. And that's why, by the way, I don't have a desk chair, but I have this stool here from IKEA. I got this one because I can turn around easily and I can store it under the desk whenever I want to. By the way, I got with the desk this Desktronic Terror, in which I store lots of stuff, lots of papers, my notebook, my tablet, the cutter to open some boxes, this lens cloth, and some stuff. So this is the drawer here of the desk. And by the way, this desk was a complete fun to build. It took me maybe 45 minutes, and I was filming some b-rolls when I was doing it, so I will throw them on the screen now. But only 45 minutes to build this one, and yeah, I'm very happy I did it alone, and it was really fun to build this desk. It was really easy to do so. Thank you, Desktronic, for the ease of use. By the way, this video is not sponsored by any of the brands, and I bought this desk with my own money. So this desk was very fun to build. If you are searching for something where you can feel comfortable, I believe it's not only about the desk chair, but it's primarily about the desk itself. So get a good desk and you will be fine, in my opinion. And on the main light, I have the Falcam Go that I showed you previously on the channel. And this one is very nice because you can connect it via a remote to your desk, to this remote here, and you can play with the light the way that you want. You can take it up, you can take it down, you can turn it, and that's really cool. That's really nice to have. So I have this one here. I have another one that I will put on this fill light, so whenever I would like to get some top-down shots on the desk, I can turn these lights to light up my desk to get some really nice shots. So this is an amazing tool that I have, and I'm really happy to have them here in the studio. And by the way, I'm monitoring the two cameras on this Arzopa screen. This is like a computer screen, we can say that. It is a portable one. I showed it to you previously on this channel, and the two video feeds from the cameras are sent to the GoStream M2 that I have here, and this one is connected to the screen so I can see the two angles at the same time. I'm planning to get a bigger one, especially when I will have the top-down camera, so I'll need a three channels stream deck like this one. This one is just for 2 channels, that's why I'm using it now, but later on I will upgrade to a bigger one so I can have 3 angles sent to my screen at the same time. I think this is a better option rather than having just a monitor on top of the camera, because with this one I can switch, I can get this camera, I can get the other one, I can get both of them. So yeah, this is very interesting and very efficient. And all the cameras, these fill light, the key light, and this GoStream, the screen and everything are connected to this power supply, this USB-C power supply, and everything is connected there. Power delivery, I can see that, with more than 500 watts overall, so I can power everything with one single element, with one single piece. And I connected it to a Tapo plug, smart plug, so I can turn it off and turn it on via my smartphone without issues at all. And this is something very important, because there are moments where I'm charging something there and I want to leave the house. I want to be sure that everything is turned off when I'm not here. So this is a perfect way to make these plugs smart and connected to your smartphone. So that was it for today. This was my Studio Tour version 1, because there will be some upgrades in the future, of course, otherwise I'll be bored with that. By the way, I wanted to make this video for a long time now. I started to make something in the old apartment, in the space that I had, but I didn't finish that. I wasn't happy about it. But in this space, I wanted to show you the space, the 13.6 square meters. And now, by the way, I'm using this DJI Pocket 3 on a magnet mount held on the shelves, so I can turn around and you can see the full space and so on. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to hit like, to subscribe, to ring the bell so you'll not miss any upcoming posts on my channel. And thank you for watching. Ciao for now.